Okay, so we're gonna start off with some clean and trim fingernails. Please do not mind my ashy discolored hands. Anyway, I love using the stiletto tips and the clear version. I'm gonna link it down below. It's so good, but I pretty much measure each nail to each one of my fingernails, and I set aside 10, because I have 10 fingers. And I just use some regular schmegular nail glue, and I apply it to the tip, and then I attach the tip to my fingernail. So I love coffin nails. I just don't see myself doing any other nail shape. So I'm cutting the tips of these stiletto tips to create a coffin shape. And then I decided that I wanted them to be a little bit longer, so I just glued another set of tips onto my tips, and I pretty much cut it to my desired length, but that is a hack if you want your tips to be longer than they come. So you want to create a nice and clean foundation before you apply your acrylic. So I'm filing my tips to my desired shape. Pretty much perfecting the shape how I want them to turn out at the end. That way I won't have to file that much, once the acrylic is on, because filing once the acrylic is on is more difficult than filing before the acrylic is on. But this is the drill that I will be using today. I will link it down below. I actually got it from my local beauty supply store, and I'm going to be using this drill bit that I will also link down below. So I'm filing the edges of my tips, that way it is flush onto my nail, and I'm also filing the excess shine off of the tips as well. So I did want to make a quick disclaimer while I'm filing my tips, but I am not a licensed nail technician, guys. This is just something that I do for myself, not only as a hobby, but as a money saving thing, because the kind of nails that I like are super expensive. I decided to do a pink and white ombre, and I also decided to make my white acrylic glow in the dark. So this acrylic right here does not glow in the dark. I had to get some glow in the dark powder from Amazon, so I can make that acrylic glow in the dark. It's actually super easy. So what you're gonna do is 75% acrylic and 25% glow powder. It is very important that you mix it really well, because if you don't, your acrylic won't lay right. Like, it will be like chalky, it just won't lay right. Just trust me. Make sure you mix it really well. So this is the brush that I will be using. Again, I will link everything down below. So I'm applying monomer onto each one of my nails. I don't really know why I do it. My nail tech used to do it, so now I do it. But I'm gonna wet my brush, and I'm gonna grab a small bead, and I always put my first bead where my nail and the tip meet. You want to have some really nice strength in that area, because that is the most vulnerable area of the nail. So I laid a bead down and I gently smoothed it out to the tip, and I am just going to keep grabbing beads and placing it in the areas of my nails that I think needs more acrylic. Again, that way I can establish some strength and some shape as well. When dipping your brush into the monomer and picking your bead up, you don't want to have a brush that's super duper wet, but you don't want to have a brush that's super dry either. So I would recommend practicing on one of those practice fingers, just so you have better judgment of how wet or dry your brush needs to be, so you can achieve whatever result you're trying to get with your acrylic application. So I like my nails super boxy and super straight, So a lot of nail technicians won't agree with how I lay my acrylic or how I shape my nails, but this is just how I like it. But I do make sure I put a lot of acrylic at the top just so I can achieve that boxy look. And a lot of nail technicians will say, like, you know, my apex is weak because, you know, around the center of your nail you should have a nice curve because it establishes strength. But I never have an issue. This is the shape that I like, and yeah. So like I mentioned before, we are doing a pink and white ombre. So my white is obviously going to be at the top of my ombre. So I am only going to place my white acrylic on 75% of my nails because the bottom half, or the bottom 25%, is going to have my pink acrylic, and I'm going to ombre it out into the white acrylic. It's going to be really pretty. Watch. So, like I mentioned before, I am not a licensed nail technician. This is a hobby for me. I don't do nails on other people, but as you can see, my application is not the most perfect. I am still learning and I am still practicing as I go. However, I will file everything super, super smooth. So even though my application looks a little lumpy, just know at the end it's not going to look like this because I'm going to file the crap out of those lumps. Ooh, they're looking so good. I love it. So I'm going to be using this rosy pink. I think it's like the perfect pink for a pink and white ombre. So what I do is I grab a bead, and my first bead is going to go a little bit above my cuticle. I don't want it to be like at my cuticle. And I'm going to like flick it up into the white acrylic. So as I'm brushing that pink into my white, I am trying my best to have the most gentle hand as possible because you don't want to press too hard. You don't want to move the acrylic around too much. You just want it to have that nice gradient effect into your white acrylic. So I do grab small beads each time just so I can control the flow of my acrylic. And I also try my best not to get too much acrylic into my cuticles. I don't want to flood my cuticles because that just won't look cute. So a way to like combat that is to try to angle your nails down when you are getting closer to your cuticles, because gravity will make the acrylic flow downward towards the free edge of your nail rather than flooding into your cuticles. These look mad good. So now we have to seal our ombre. So I'm using this clear acrylic. I'm grabbing small beads at a time and I'm placing the clear acrylic in the gradient area of my nail. So the middle area of my nail pretty much. Because when I file, I don't want my gradient effect to go away. So I'm sealing it in with this clear acrylic. And now for the fun part. This is an arm workout. Like filing all 10 fingers is literally a workout. Like your hands will be so sore. But I'm grabbing my drill and I'm changing my drill head or my drill bit. I'm going to link it down below. I'm going to use this bit to clean up my cuticles, get rid of any acrylic that's hanging out on my cuticles. This is a very important step because you don't want your nails to lift. So make sure you file your cuticles as well as possible because trust me, you don't want your nails to lift. That ain't cute and it ain't fun either. So I'm going to begin to file higher and higher just so I can get a smooth, nice layer on my nails. I'm also using this drill bit to shape my nails as well as clean up under my nails. You know, any spillover acrylic that kind of spilled over onto the bottom, you want to use this moment to smooth that out. So you actually don't need a drill to achieve these results. I actually used to not have a drill and I was able to achieve these results without a drill. You can literally smooth your nails out with a nail file, just get as close to the cuticle as possible. But I'm shaping my nails out because like I mentioned before, I love my nails super duper boxy. So I'm trying to make sure they are super, super, super squared. So now I'm taking a buffer and I'm gonna buff out each one of my nails. You want to make sure you buff really, really well because this will like determine how smooth your gel polish or nail polish lays. So after you do that, you want to wash your hands really, really, really well. Get off all that dust. I'm going to be using this UV lamp that I got from Walmart. So I got some acetone on deck just in case I flood some nail polish into my cuticles. I want to be able to clean up those edges. So I'm going to be wiping my nails down with some alcohol first just to dry them up and get off any excess dust so my application can be as smooth as possible. When you're applying your polish, make sure you get all the nooks and crannies because as a fellow makeup wearer, it really sucks when you miss a spot on your nails and like your foundation like stains one area of your nails. It's really annoying. But I'm gonna put my hands into this UV lamp so my nails can cure. I think it's about 60 seconds. And another thing that I do is I actually put gel polish at the bottoms of my nails as well because again, I do wear makeup and it really does suck when foundation stains your nails and it literally looks so disgusting. So when you put gel polish at the bottoms of your nails, you won't get any foundation stains. I'm so happy with these results. My nails look bomb. They look so good. I'm just taking some alcohol and I'm giving them one last quick wipe down. Just get rid of any residue that's left over. And I'm so happy with these results. My nails look so good. Like, oh my gosh. So give this video a thumbs up if you guys want to see me deck these nails out in some Swarovski crystals. If you guys end up doing your nails using my video as your guide, please make sure you tag me on IG. Like, I really want to see your nails. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And bye.
Shape, body on